What's up guys, in this video I'm going to show you my warm-up prevention program. Hope you enjoy. Okay, the first exercise in the program is jog at 50% intensity. We're going to do this a total of 3 times. So you're going to want to do this for 15 yards. And what you want to keep in mind here is just help get the legs warmed up, help get that cardiovascular system running, and help just get our overall body warm. For the next exercise we're going to do arm swings. So for this exercise, for the first 15 yards, we're going to do circles. And then for the 15 yards coming back, we're going to do alternating between side, side, and up and down. Ready? Let's go. So for this exercise, what you want to keep in mind is keep the spine neutral, and we're just focusing on the movement of the arms, just getting those shoulders nice and warm and ready to go. So for the third exercise, we're going to be doing the hip flexor stretch into knee to chest. So this exercise is going to help stretch out those hip flexors and your glutes. We're going to do this 10 times on each side. So to perform this exercise, you're going to start in this nice lunge position. You're going to go into a posterior pelvic tilt while keeping a neutral spine, and then you're going to come up and focus on that anterior pelvic tilt for this portion, so sticking that butt out and pull to get that nice glute stretch while keeping everything in neutral. So all together it looks like this, and then you're going to switch sides. Alright, for the next exercise, what we're going to be doing is the quad to piriformis stretch. You're going to be performing this exercise 10 times on each side. For this exercise, what you want to keep in mind is when doing the quad stretch, you want to really pull that leg back so you get that heel towards your butt and get that nice stretch along the interior thigh. Then when you're swinging through for the piriformis stretch, you want to cross that leg over, bend that standing leg slightly, and this is really important here to get that extra stretch on your glutes. You're going to do a nice hip hinge, keeping that spine neutral, and you're going to feel it a lot more in your glutes when you're doing this. So that's what you want to keep in mind for this stretch. For the next exercise, we're going to be performing the leg swing to calf sweep. So you're going to be doing this a total of 10 times on each side. So what you want to keep in mind for this exercise is very similar to the previous exercise. When doing the leg swing, you want to really keep that spine neutral and just focus on swinging that leg to get that dynamic stretch in the hamstrings. Then you're going to come through into that calf sweep, which you're going to keep that heel on the ground, toe up, and you're going to really focus on that hip hinge so that spine is in neutral, and sweep as far as you can. If you can only get as low as here, that's fine, but just make sure you're really focusing on not flexing the spine too much, keeping that spine in neutral. For the next exercise, we're going to be doing the side swing to lateral lunge. We're going to be doing this a total of 10 times on each side. What you want to keep in mind for this exercise is same thing as the front swing, but now we're just opening up that adductors on the side and those adductors on the inside. So we really want to focus on that nice dynamic leg swing, keeping everything in neutral, just the movement of the leg. And then when we get into that lateral lunge position, the same thing as we always do for the regular lunge, keep everything stable and keep the base of the feet strong on the ground, and just get that nice stretch in those adductors. For the next exercise, we're going to be doing the dead bug, and we're going to be doing this a total of 6 times on each side. So to perform this, you're going to go on your back like this. What you want to keep in mind here is you want to keep the back in a neutral position, your pelvis neutral, or even a slight posterior pelvic tilt, and you want to maintain that throughout the movement. That's the most important thing. do not keep the same pressure on your back throughout the entire movement. So we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna keep my back like this. We're gonna do opposite leg, opposite arm. We're gonna do that for a total of 6 times on each side. Exercise, we're gonna be doing the bird dog. Same thing as dead bug, 6 times on each side. So what you wanna keep in mind for this exercise, we're gonna be going on our hands and knees, keeping that spine neutral. Then what we're gonna do is lift both our opposite hand and opposite leg. But what is good here is we wanna keep the core tight, and we wanna do with the leg and hand that are on the ground, we wanna kind of push them towards each other to help with that stability. So you're gonna lift up, push the others towards each other as much as you can. Keep that core tight, come back, switch sides. Make sure you keep that spine in neutral, 6 times on each side. For the next exercise, we're gonna be doing the A skip. We're gonna be doing this 15 yards, 1 time. So we're gonna be doing alternating as well. So to perform this exercise, what you're gonna do, you're gonna start with one leg planted, and the other one's gonna drive up to really work that hip flexor. So when you drive up, you're gonna slide like that. And then when you switch, same thing. So what it looks like when you're going together is like this. And you're gonna keep that back nice and straight. Make sure when you're driving up, that standing leg is gonna slide forward, okay? That's it. The next exercise we're gonna be doing is the C skip. Same thing as A skip, we're gonna be doing alternating, and we're gonna do it for 15 yards. So this is how you do it. So what you want to keep in mind for this exercise is really contracting that hamstring when you're driving up. You want to keep everything straight, drive up, really try to focus on touching that heel to your butt, but contracting that hamstring and really working it. The next exercise we're going to be doing is skater hops, and we're going to be doing this 8 times on each side. So the most important thing with skater hops is you really want to focus on that landing with stability and then exploding out of that and going into a lateral position and landing on the opposite side. So this is how you do it. For the next exercise, we're going to be doing the back pedal. What you really want to focus on in this exercise is you're going to get into a nice low stance. We're going to do this for a total of 15 yards, and you're going to almost be on the balls of your feet, and you're going to roll to your heels, and then next one, balls of your feet, roll to your heels. And make sure you're really activating that quad so you're really pushing off each time. For the next exercise, we're going to be doing the squat jump. For this exercise, you're going to start nice and low in that half squat position, and then you're going to squat up and jump and repeat. So for this exercise, what you want to do, you want to keep in mind, we're really working on that linear forward movement of that jumping and landing. This is going to help you in game with those headers and just landing mechanics in general. So really focus on that landing, that jump with explosiveness, and you'll be good to go. For the next exercise, we're going to be doing hip open to mini sprint. We're going to be doing this at about 70% intensity, 8 reps in total. What you really want to focus on here, you're going to get in a nice low stance, and then you're going to open up that hip into a mini sprint. So really focusing on working those external rotators of your hip. So open up, sprint. One more time, open up, sprint. The next exercise we're going to be doing is sprints. For this exercise, we're going to be doing 15 yards 3 times. First time is 75%, second time 80%, third time 85%. You're going to start with your dominant leg forward, and you're going to keep your back nice and neutral. Bend over slightly so you get that nice stretch in your hamstrings. It's going to help you propel forward quicker, and then you're just going to sprint. Next exercise is the zigzag cone weave. So basically, to perform this exercise, you're gonna be sprinting for about 15 yards, put about 2 to 3 cones 5 yards apart. And for the sprinting, all the sprinting movements, you wanna sprint throughout the movement, and then you wanna do a nice slow jog to recover back to the original position. We're gonna be doing this 2 times, 85% intensity, 85 to 90% intensity. Ready? Let's go. And what you want to keep in mind for this exercise is it's really going to work on that lateral speed and agility and just help you with that in game. Next exercise we're going to be doing is the sprint reaction to ball. So this is a very good exercise when helping you to react quickly to a certain stimulus. Is going to help you with explosiveness and that acceleration that we can translate in game. So I'm going to show you guys how this is performed. The last and final exercise is sprint with the ball to a colored cone. So I'm using cleats because I don't have cones, but ideally you could use different colored cones. And how this would work is you're gonna stand in that nice sprint position with the ball. So now we're starting to incorporate that sport-specific movement with that speed, agility, acceleration, and most importantly, decision-making. So someone's gonna call out a certain side or a certain color, and you're gonna have to react, dribble around, and come back. We're gonna do this for a total of 4 times, 85 to 90% intensity.
Left.